Hi friends, I am recording a video for the first time in years. I'm in my comfy sweater. I am sitting by a window in the high-rise that I live in, so you're going to just hear some sounds that from the street, and I live by hospitals and stuff, so it's just really easy for me to film right here, and hopefully the noises aren't too distracting. So I have to curl my hair tonight. I have work tomorrow, and I thought, let's just get it over with. Let's curl it now, and then I braid it overnight, and typically the next day it's workable. I might curl a couple pieces, but makes my morning a bit easier on a Monday. So yeah, and I thought since it's been so long, I can catch you guys up on what I've been doing. So let's get started, huh? My hair's pretty knotted. When I'm watching ASMR lately, I don't usually watch hair videos anymore because I don't know, maybe they're just old. Like, I don't think a lot of people watch them as much as they used to. Hear that car? This constant noise here. So I believe when I started making ASMR videos a couple years ago, it was 2020, so it's been almost 3 years now. It was during lockdown, and I was just very inspired by how much ASMR people had been helping me reduce my anxiety and like helping me sleep at night. And I think a lot of people were doing the same. And I had been listening to ASMR for a long time, so I thought, I have time now, let's just try it out. And I really enjoyed it, but my job back then was very stressful. I was on call all of the time. So when things started going back to normal, let me actually not say that. So I should have written down a timeline, shouldn't I? So when around the end of 2020, yeah, like winter, fall 2020, I decided to go to school and get an MBA, and the following 2 years were probably the most depressing times of my life. And if you have a high-stress job where you're on call a lot, or even just a job where you're working more than like the normal 9 to 5, I would not suggest going to grad school, just because you won't have any time like you won't have any time for yourself. I was never outside. I was sitting most of the day. Nothing I was reading or working on was like that exciting to me. And I definitely didn't have time for anything else but school and work. So the ASMR videos kind of took the back burner. Went to the back burner? That must be it. The phrase. So I would say about like a year into that, I was very determined not to give up on school even after my first semester, because I was like, you know what, I've already done all of the background courses, like I just need to finish this. And my work was expecting me to finish this, so I realized I was getting very depressed and was tired of not doing anything that I enjoyed. So I took up an instrument, actually. I took up drumming. And I practiced drumming like between meetings when we were still at home. And I was in an adult band that I just went to once a week in the evening. And the rest of the evenings I was in night class, but it really gave me something to look forward to. And as much as I wish that making videos could have been that for me, making these type of videos you're still sitting, right? So when I was in a band, I was kind of moving my body a bit more and like able to get out and make friends and talk to people, and I'm actually still doing that, and I'm in a band now, and it's been probably 2 or 3 years that I've been doing that. Yeah, it's been great, and I've even picked up trying to learn the bass now, because I think I'm not a beginner anymore at drums, so I feel like I'm not learning all of the time. And like getting better very quickly, so I wanted to like try a new instrument to like get that feeling, but I'm still playing the drums. So what else happened? Wondering which direction I should go right now with my hair. Like this, maybe? I can even tell if you can see my hair in the viewfinder. I wanted this to be very dark. So let me just say one more thing about going to school and working. When we started going back in the office, the commute was taking way too much time because traffic where I live is insane. So I don't even live that far from my office. I just wanted to not be on the road when traffic was bad, and I didn't want to be stuck in my office all day because I was getting into this habit of getting to work at like 8 and staying in my office until midnight getting schoolwork done, just because I didn't want to drive home at 5 p.m. so I would just do work there. And we had a gym, so I was like sometimes working out between work and school to like give me kind of some separation. I lost that curl. But I was still in the office for way too long, so my last semester, so about exactly a year ago, the beginning of 2022, I asked my boss, hey, in the office most of my time just because I'm avoiding driving. Would you be willing to let me start work? Everyone's going to think this is ridiculous, and everyone in my life thought this was ridiculous, but I basically said, would you let me start work at 5 a.m. and finish at 1 just until I'm done with school, for like my mental health's sake, and if I need to be here later for meetings, or if I need to meet with a customer in the evening, like I'll still keep doing that obviously, but I would just like to be done at 1. And so my last semester of school was so much better. Like, I wasn't having a good time still, but I was leaving work at 1. I would work out at the gym at our office until 2, and then I would drive home before rush hour when it was still like daytime and I hadn't been outside. Like, I hadn't, the past year and a half, hardly been able to go outside when the sun was still out, so it helped me just like get through that last year. So then I graduated in the summer of 2022, and immediately it was like, what am I going to do with my time? I have so much time. And I think a lot of people warned me about this, but it's true that you always, like, you just find ways to fill up your time, and suddenly you don't have time again. So I've been trying to really make an effort to not fill up my schedule with things and to actually have some downtime. So like this weekend, I didn't see anyone. I just kind of laid around and I played my instruments, and I walked some dogs. Like, I'm a wag walker, so like if I just want to get some exercise but don't want to go to the gym, I can literally just look up dogs to walk and then make extra money. Yeah, it's just been like weird trying to figure out now what I'm going to do with my life. And I think we're all just kind of we're just doing that to the best we can, right? But I just don't want to continue to overwork myself. Which is why you hear sirens in the background, because I just wanted to sit at my desk in my condo and not have to soundproof my bedroom again, and everything's about balance, right? It can't be perfect, but I wanted an easy way to make videos still that didn't involve like setting up every time. So yeah, the camera is sitting on a tripod behind my desk, and here we are by the crazy loud city. This is my last piece of hair. I'll actually brush it a bit extra. So, last thing, in a month I turn 30, and yeah, I don't know. I can feel my mentality shifting about the way I'm living, but like I think I'm ready for some change, and I'm just gonna figure that out as I go. But I'm excited to see what I do this year and to see what 30 means. I have been kind of dreading it, but not necessarily the getting old part. It's more that I have kind of wasted a lot of my 20s working too hard, and I don't remember a lot of it because I was working so hard. And then, I wish I would have been that 20-year-old that just like dated a lot and found what they were interested in instead of just diving right into like the corporate world and working my ass off. Excuse my language. So I think instead my 30s are going to be about that. Not dating a lot, obviously. I want to stay married to my husband, but just not letting my life pass me by overworking. And I think everyone can do more of that. Anyways, as you can see, my camera has died. And in an effort also to do what I was talking about, I'm going to go play my bass guitar, paint my nails sparkly colors, because, 30-year-olds can be sparkly too. And then hopefully go to sleep, and hopefully you can too. Have a good night.